Hey guys, oh my god. So I'm sick right now, if you cannot tell, but nobody really cares. And I've been gone for a while, but also no one really cares. So as you can tell, my life has been amazing recently, and I have a great story to just reminisce about how my week has been going phenomenally. My week has been going great. So that's why I am here to tell That's why I am here today to tell you an amazing story of this week. In order to talk about this week, I have to go back a few months. A few months ago, my brother went to the casino. He was playing all night. It came home at like 7 in the morning, and he won $6,000. People might think $6,000 not that much money. $6,000, wow, holy crap. I think $6,000 is a good chunk of money. It'd be nice to have. So the next night he has a big sleepover with all his friends, and some of the friends invited some people he knew, some of the friends he did know, and it wasn't like this big like party or anything. It was mostly just like 6 or 7 people. They were all just here to have like a fun time and just like hang out and listen to music and just chill. That night at the sleepover, my brother is a bright person. No, but he really is a smart person, just maybe not in his little hiding spots, because he hid his money in his sock drawer. He hid his $6,000 in his sock drawer, which is like, I guess, smart. I mean, if you trust your friends, it's smart. If you don't know some people, it's not that smart. He got over half of his money stolen from one of the people at the sleepover, and he was the person that didn't even sleep over. So yes, he had $3,500 stolen. The guy left, and then we realized that the money was stolen. My brother, he called him. He was like, "Yo, where are you? Like, come back to my house. Give me back my money." He came back to the house with a knife. Obviously, I was hiding in another room. I never even knew this dude was over. I was asleep, and then when chaos struck and everybody figured out his money was stolen, I woke up, and then the dude came over, and I hid in my brother's room because my brother has the security cameras in his room. So I was just in there watching the security cameras. I couldn't see the guy's face, and it was just really scary, and I was just praying that nothing went wrong. And also, I would have been the person that called the cops if anything did go wrong. So, now to this week. I was at my mother's birthday dinner, and me and my brother were sitting across from each other, and I said, "Hey, I'm really lonely. I really want a boyfriend. I'm really tired of not having a boyfriend. I'm like really hot, so yeah." And he was like, "Well, the reason I got together with my 2-year relationship, like, girl," that's a weird way of explaining it. "The reason I got together with her is because of Snapchat." And I was like, "Okay, that sounds cool. Like, what'd you do?" And he was like, "Well, I went on my quick ad and added all the girls." So he's like, "If you go on there, you can go on quick ad and add all the boys." And I was like, "Okay, that sounds like pretty good, I guess. I don't know." So I did. So that night, I waited for the boys to add me back, and most of them did. None of them Snapchatted me back that night, but except for one. And so that's the one person we're going to play the story off of. So this guy Snapchatted me and said, "Who dis?" And I said, "Kendall." He said, "Oh, cool. What school do you go to?" I told him what school I went to. He told me what school he goes to. And we talked for like maybe 10 minutes back and forth, like a pretty good amount of snapping. And nothing like crazy, just like I usually do half of my face because I'm insecure. Yeah. So then it was kind of late, but kind of not. So I decided that I was like, okay, I need to go take a shower real quick, but I don't want to have to stop talking to this dude because I'm really desperate for a boyfriend. So my decision is I snap him right before I get in the shower, just like the top lip corner of my eye, and then I sprint into the shower, get dressed, look at a snap, and it says, "Send me a pic of your face." And then I open it, and I'm like, crap, and I'm still like halfway not dressed. So I try to speed on, put on clothes. My hair is a huge ratted mess, and I try to brush it and stuff. And then I look, and I'm like, oh, I got another Snapchat from him. And I look, and it says, "Okay, never mind." And then I snapped at him. I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was just in the shower, and I was getting dressed. Sorry it took so long." And he said, no, it's fine. And so I sent him a selfie, just like a really cute, generic selfie. And I'm not going to say this was the peak of my life, but it was definitely the peak of my month. He said, wow, you're cute. Okay, if you guys don't know me, I'm really sad and really lonely and really single. I've never been called cute before. Guys don't even look at me. I was like super excited, super pumped. So obviously I was already head over heels for this dude, which is like really sad, but like teaches a lesson to be patient for the right person. But we'll get to that. After that, the snaps start getting a little more interesting. He talks about how he's into drugs and if I am, and I'm like, no. Then he proceeds to ask for nudes, and I quickly say no. After I knock him down from nudes, he proceeds to ask if I have any kinks, which I say no because I don't. Personally, I don't have any kinks. Not shaming you if you have any. I personally just don't. And this guy, he says, well, I have one, but it's a kind of a weird one. And he says, well, are you sure you want to know? And I said, yes, I'm sure. And he said, it's feet. So if you do have a foot fetish, I'm not like shaming you or anything, but it's just not my cup of tea. And I personally prefer not to date a person with a foot fetish. So then I changed the topic and asked about how many pets he has, because that's the only resort I have. And we talk about that for a little while, and then the conversation just kind of goes blank, and then we just start sending like random selfies to each other. I go back to just the corner eye because it's getting late and I kind of just want to go to bed and trying to give him the hint, but he keeps snapping me back. And then every once in a while he'll send a snap with his tongue out and like have the tongue emoji, and I'll just like go like just my forehead and like not even my eye, and I'm like, okay. And it gets really weird and really awkward. I decide, you know what, it's probably a good idea if I decide to go to bed. So I go to bed and I say, I gotta go to bed, nighty night. And he says, night, with the little tongue emoji, and I'm just like, you're creepy. So right now you guys probably think, oh, this is just some random story about how just a random like douchebag of like just asking a girl for nudes. Oh, no, 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 no. It gets worse. Just hold on. Wake up, normal morning, I go into my mother's car. And by the way, the night that I was snapping him, I kept my brother updated. I'd be like, oh my god, he just called me cute. Oh my god, he's like being really weird. And so my brother, being unnormal than usual, because he never really snitches, he snitched on me and told my mom that I was talking to a boy. And so obviously my mom gets very upset, and she was like, you're talking to a man online and you don't even know who he is. And I'm like, no, I know who he is. I looked him up on Instagram. I did a little bit of research, kind of creepy, but like kind of not, because like I don't even know who this is. Like, why would I talk to him? So I looked him up and I showed her a picture of him, and she was like, Kendall, do you know who that is? And I said, yeah, it's, what's her name? Yeah, it's Brush. And and she's like, you don't know who Brush is? And I said, no, I know who he is. He goes to this school and he does this for fun and blah blah blah. She looked up a picture of him on Facebook and says, this is him, correct? I look at the face, I look at the name, and I say, yes, that is him. And she said, right before I went to school, that is the boy that stole the $3,500 from your brother. Obviously, I'm in disbelief. I say, are you sure? I don't think it is. And so I look him up and I'm like, oh my god. Because like, I never saw it. I never knew it was him. Like, I never saw him in person because I was just hiding the entire time. So yes, this boy stole money from my brother. Which again, this story might not seem so crazy, but it was a real knockdown to my hopes and dreams of ever getting a boyfriend. And then I decided to tell myself, you know what, if I get a boyfriend, then I get a boyfriend. If not, I don't. I'm not gonna worry about it and rush it. I am going to be happy with myself and learn to love myself before I learn to love a thief. So yeah, that's it. I have a few more interesting stories. Let me know if you guys like my story times, or let me know if you never want me to talk again because I sound ridiculous. So, yeah, bye.